Hello, everyone. It's Monday, and Rose and Carter are here doing the job. Today, my pick of Kerry Von Erich, someone I've always enjoyed, and I've always liked the Texas territory. What do you make of him?
Of Kerry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I loved him as a like when I was a kid and he went to WWF. Obviously, that was like after his like greater years. But at the time, I didn't fucking know any better, did I? But as a kid, I fucking loved him. Like when he went to WWF, he was like one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a little boy, like watching wrestling. And now I've gone back over the years and watched his earlier stuff in Texas and that, and yeah, I really enjoy it. He looks fucking brilliant as well, doesn't he? Like a fucking
oh
Greek
yeah,
god.
yeah,
Fucking.
yeah. Like when you saw him first in the WWF, which was
Mm.
like the first time I saw him as well, before I knew about Texas really and all that
Yeah.
shit. But when you saw him first, did you think like that he was the fucking Pound Shop Ultimate Warrior at first?
Um.
I did a bit. I think mainly because like the same hair, the muscly body, and the tassels on the boots.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of similarities. There were even fucking like rumors when there was only one of them there that like it's the same fucking person. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously it wasn't, but like they are very similar in their appearance and everything. I don't know. As a kid, I never really looked at it like that, but I was about fucking 8 or 9, so it probably didn't cross my mind that I thought like,
Like when I first saw him, all I was thinking, oh, it's got to be like his brother or his fucking cousin or something. It's got to be,
right,
like because I didn't know about the Von Erichs or who the fuck they were, but you
no,
know,
no, no.
but fucking Oliver territory really in general, weren't it? The Texas thing, and I've always had huge respect for the Von Erich family, and it's fucking tragic, the whole story. Everybody knows the story, but
Yeah,
Kerry Von Erich was born February the 3rd, 1960, and died in 93, February
yeah,
the 18th of 93.
yeah.
So,
He actually he died on my 10th birthday, actually, 18th of
oh, okay.
February. Yeah,
Yeah, so he was only 33. It's fucking no age at all, really.
crazy, isn't it?
Debuted May the 7th, 79. Um, Quite a list of places and things he's done. 79, he was mainly in Texas, NWA Texas, I suppose, before it became world class, wasn't it?
So
80
when
to
did he start?
83.
79, you say he started?
Yeah.
What year did he? All right, okay.
80 to 83, he was American heavyweight champion and American tag team champion. 83, 84, he was NWA champion. And then the feud with the Freebirds started in world class, which kind of fucking blew the roof off Texas in general.
Yeah,
Um, I looked at some old Texas results and stuff before the Freebirds got there, and it seemed like the territory was struggling a little bit before
right,
because of
okay.
who they had there, I guess. Because, like, I mean, they were good talent, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't that sort of showbiz kind of thing to it. It was just more of a wrestling crew.
Right,
So
yeah.
when the Freebirds started feuding with the Von Erichs, it really blew the fucking place up, and it was a good story on the go.
Yeah, I need to
Uh,
go back and watch some of that stuff, with the Freebirds and that.
Fucking mad.
Cause,
Like,
like, I've seen bits here and there, but I've not, like, watched a long, like, stretch from that period. So, like, you know what I mean? To get the story, I've just seen, like, an odd bit here and there, like a match or whatever. But I didn't really get the gist of everything that was going on because I just never really, followed it and stuff. But I'll go back and watch a lot of that stuff.
yeah, there's I think there's like actual whole packages on YouTube
Yeah.
of the whole sort of
Like
thing.
the story and that, yeah.
Yeah. Um, 88 World Class and the AWA sort of merged together for that AWA Super Clash thing where Lawler beat Kerry, so that was kind of that kind of out the World Class along a little bit, I suppose. 79. It says 79 to 85. He did St. Louis as well. 89 to 90 was in the USWA, but that was still in Dallas at the Sportatorium. But after it became USWA from World Class, 90 to 92, he was in the WWF. It seemed a lot longer as a kid that he always seemed to be there, but I suppose that they were the main kind of couple of years that I was watching solidly.
Yeah, I thought that. It seems like he was there for a good 3, 4, maybe 5 years, but the fact that
Yeah,
it was what, 90 to 92,
yeah,
yeah, it's not long at all.
no time at all, really. And then 92, 93, potted around the Indies, not doing a great deal, but Intercontinental Champion, as we know, Texas title holder 3 times, two lots of different 6-man championships with his brother Kevin and Chris Adams, and also Kevin and David, I believe. 8 times all in. NWA World Champion that he won to and from Flair. He was Match of the Year in '84 with Ric Flair, and most popular of '84. So that must have been his fucking peak, really, '84. To get most popular and Match of the Year. So we watched 4 matches each. What did you do first, mate?
My first one was actually from 1981. So only 2 years in, isn't it? Like if you started in '79. And it's from Star Wars against Harley Race.
Okay.
So this match was fucking... As soon as I seen Harley, I thought, I'm going to put this one on, see what it's like.
And there's a few of Harley on there, isn't there? A few matches with him.
Oh, is there? Because this is the first one with Harley that I seen, like, pop up. I thought I'll stick it on. And Kerry as well, out of all the wrestlers we've done, I've wrote the most, like, out of the 4.
Yeah, I have exactly the same. I've written like
a
fucking page and a half on each one.
Yeah, I got fucking like double-sided A4 page, like 2 pages. But this match was fucking phenomenal. It was I've wrote a lot. I'll try and like skip by it and stuff. During the match, you can, you just know Harley, the fucking veteran. Harley's like running, calling the whole thing. Like you can tell. And I think it's one of them matches where I actually think they just fucking called the whole thing. Looking at it, it just looks like, because obviously, like as wrestlers ourselves, you can kind of get the gist, when someone's calling shit. I think it's a lot like when I was a fan, I didn't have a fucking clue. But like, now that we do, like, okay, yeah, he's called it back. You know what I mean? So just looking at it, you can blatantly see that Harley's fucking calling the shots here, like the whole way. And Kerry was 2 years in as well, so it would be like Harley, doing, that. But so they tie up at the start. Harley gives him a strike. Kerry fucking strikes him back, gives him a slam. Fucking first thing that he does was give him the slam after the initial strike, and fucking Race selling it, making Kerry look like a fucking god, like, like a rookie as well that he was at the time. It's all Kerry. There's a point. I quite like this spot as well, where like I say, it's not even a fucking spot really, but Kerry's got a headlock on Harley fairly early on. It's all Kerry at the start. He's got a headlock on. Now, whenever someone puts someone in a headlock in a match, there's a spot coming. Like he's going to hit the fucking ropes. It happens. You put him in a headlock, shoot you off. Fucking 99.9% of the time it happens. So he put this fucking headlock on Harley, and his fucking right headlock, it looks like he's taking his head off with it. Harley's doing everything he can to get out of it. He fucking gets Kerry, like he pushes Kerry to the ropes as if he's got, they're going to shoot him off or whatever. But he literally just breaks it, the fucking headlock. And like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you can say it was a bit of a fucking letdown, but I thought, okay, that looked good because he was fucking trying to get out of the headlock and he actually got out of it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than shooting him off like they do 99.9% of the time. So it was a little bit different to what you're expecting him to do, kind of thing. But yeah, Harley just breaks it, and eventually there's another slam by Kerry, misses an elbow, fucking slam by Harley, but Kerry goes behind for a sleeper. He puts the sleeper on, and apparently, because the commentators were saying that Kerry beat him with a sleeper, like prior to this match.
Okay.
Apparently, that's why like the crowd were going nuts when he put the sleeper on. So I'm guessing they're fucking aware of what had gone on. Thinking that, even though it was quite early on in the match.
Was Harley world champion here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have wrote here, I've wrote a brilliant spot. So something's fucking, I can't remember what it was. I'll have to read it. Hang on. Oh yeah, that's it. It's fucking, he's got the sleeper on then, Kerry, and fucking Harley's on his knees. Fucking Kerry's obviously behind him with the sleeper on, like kind of to the behind him to the side of him, kind of thing. Harley looks like he's about to fucking pass out. The ref's obviously checking Harley, but the way they've positioned it, Harley's on his knees, Kerry's kind of to the side of him with a headlock on, and he just gives him a fucking low blow, like literally there and then. And I thought that was fucking brilliant because, like, obviously the ref's checking Harley, asking him, Harley, like, obviously head height, fucking Harley's hands like on the floor because he's fucked. Kerry's legs are just there, and he just fucking gives him a low blow. It's all he could do in that situation. And it made it, it's pretty. I thought it was right good. You don't see that anyway. So,
Harley always looked legitimate. You know,
yeah, he did, didn't he?
It may well have been fucking legitimate with his reputation, but no one's ever going to say it's fucking moody with him wrestling, are they?
No. Where are we now? So he gives him the low blow, both down. Just try and see what else we got here. It's very like stop start as well. Like the match, like it will flow and then it will stop. It will flow. It's like very, very stop start. There's not like a long period where there's like a fucking massive sequence of moves or high spots or whatever. It's like it is stop start, and I think that's just with fucking Harley calling everything there and then kind of thing. That's what I think. But I really enjoyed it. Like I actually almost didn't want the match to end. Like I was like kind of wondering where it's going to go next, which was it kept me intrigued anyway. There's a point where because they've got the over the top rope as well, like Raw.
Yeah.
So there's a point where Kerry, where are we? Fucking trying to find it here. Hang on, where are we? I know that there's a point where Kerry lifts. Fuck it. Yeah, there we go. He picks up Harley Race on his almost like a fireman's carry. Harley grabs the top rope to kind of fucking prevent him nailing him with something, and ends up going over the top rope. So it's like Kerry didn't throw him there, but he kind of ended up over the top. The referee was like, "Nah, you carry on," So they continue the match. Like the end of it, Kerry gets thrown through the ropes he's on the ring announcer's table. Fucking Harley on the apron goes for the fucking big headbutt from the apron onto the table. Fucking Kerry moves, fucking splat on the table, and they weren't gimmick tables because you could fucking see that it was some sort of thud that fucking Harley nailed the table with. And Kerry's climbing in the ring to fucking for the 10 count or whatever it is, and Harley just fucking grabs his leg, so they both get counted out in the end. So
right,
which
is the only thing you could do in that World Championship situation, I suppose.
Yeah, especially with that crowd as well, because fucking Kerry was like fucking over like fuck, weren't he? Like even 2 years in, like so that was really the only it was double count out as he grabs his leg, but it was a cracking match after it. Is the count there like, is it a 10 or 20?
Is it 20 on the floor? Is it 10 on the apron and 20 on the floor?
Could be. I'm not sure. I just know that he grabbed his leg and they both got counted out in the end. But no, it was a cracking match though. Very, very slow. Like, not a lot of fucking like, high spots and whatnot. But it was real. Like it looked real. Like it looked legit. Like
a legit NWA title match should be, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't like, it was very realistic looking anyway.
So, to be fair, it sounds like my first one.
Right.
Which was 83, February the 11th, 83, for the NWA Missouri States title. Now, Missouri, was that not run by Harley Race, that territory?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's Kerry Von Erich, the champion, Missouri State champion, versus Greg Valentine.
All right.
Fucking bouting. Really good. Believable, not at all pretty or smooth or there's fuck all nice about it, but it's amazing. Like proper fucking skin on skin going on, you know what I mean? They're not fucking holding anything back. But Kerry, people say that Kerry laid him in anyway, and Greg's Greg, any.
Yeah.
It's got Japanese commentary on it because it's from the St. Louis area or whatever, fucking Missouri area, whatever. That's Missouri, whatever fucking I don't know, whatever state it is. Missouri's Missouri, isn't it?
Yeah, St. Louis. Ain't that? Yeah, it is Missouri. Yeah, that's the state in it.
Louis, yeah. And yeah, it's just fucking brilliant. Kerry's the champion. And apparently at the time, Greg the Hammer was US champion in Mid Atlantic as well. So two pretty fucking, high recognized championships of the NWA at that time. Very strong, fucking all the way through is very strong. Greg's making like I've never really seen Kerry wrestle. He's always been a bit of a fucking puncher, ain't he? But he's almost forced to it. Like fucking Greg's putting him in things, and he's fucking almost making him fight to get out. Yeah. Kerry still looks a little lost at times. That's nothing against him, but I guess it's just like Greg's style, isn't it? And like at one point, he's fucking. This is fucking the strangest things I've ever seen. Kerry goes off the ropes. Greg's sort of sallying in the middle of the ring, and Kerry like schoolboys him, rolls him up, but from the front. So Greg like turns himself to like get pinned. You know right. It's like what Kerry was thinking. I've no idea. But it's all of it's really convincing. You don't expect it to be, crisp at all. There's a fucking beast of a pole driver that Greg does. Fucking bonk straight on his head. Greg's a fucking big man, isn't he?
He is.
Right, and he's fucking next to Kerry, dwarfed in this. I don't think you get to truly appreciate how big Kerry Von Erich was when he's when he's next to other big men. When you see him against your fucking Terry Gordy's and that, they're about the same size, but Greg's fucking a big man. And he was fucking dwarfed here. Greg's laying it in on the leg and it ready for the figure four. He tries to put the figure four on. Kerry's really fucking selling. Kerry's selling's really good. Then he turns it over. Kerry turns the figure four over. Greg gets to the ropes. Really well worked. Takes a load of time over it, and fucking the crowd pops for everything in this match. Both are selling the leg now, wobbling around like fuck. Kerry cuts Greg off, and now Kerry's on the leg. He tries the figure four, but gets kicked off, and then he cut off again. Greg goes up to the middle. Off the middle he comes, and he's met with a claw, which I've noticed a few times in these matches. I've noticed two things that are pretty similar in every match that I see. One is the opponent comes off the corner and met with a claw, and the other is the slipper. Kerry's in it first, and then it gets reversed, and Kerry puts one on in pretty much every match that I've watched. It might even be every match that I watch. Anyway, Greg gets to the ropes out the claw. He gets fucking discus punched. Greg goes out the ring. Back he comes. Does a drop kick. Bosh. Misses the second drop kick. Greg throws Kerry out. He slams him back in. Then he's knocked back out the ring again. He kind of back suplexes him back in. So he's fucking brought him in twice now. There's a figure four attempt. Middle rope elbow that he misses. Kerry rolls him up and it's home. It's a roll-up finish is a bit of a fucking cop-out, I think, for such a good match, but it was fucking bouting. Really good match. I don't think I've seen them against each other before anywhere. I don't remember fucking Greg being in world class at any point anyway, so they probably wouldn't have been regular opponents. But it was bouting. Really enjoyed it.
Cool.
What you got?
Right, my next one is from the 27th of December, 84 against Gino Hernandez.
Beautiful.
So there was a fucking situation here where they had like two rings set up for like a battle royal. So there's like a 2-ring thing going on at the time. What have I got here? Shine by Kerry, drop kick, fucking Gino powders. Fucking there's a pretty cool spot in it right near the start, like after Kerry's original shine. fucking like I say, Gino Powders comes back in. They do like a knuckle lock, test of strength situation. Fucking, they do it so Kerry. You can imagine. I don't know if you've seen this before, but like I never had. So fucking Kerry, they're doing the knuckle lock, and as they're in it, Kerry kind of climbs up to the top rope. If you know what I mean, like so he kind of still in the knuckle lock. They've got the knuckle lock on. Kerry's fucking climbing up to the fucking top rope, a bit like Taker when he does his fucking in that situation. Still in the knuckle lock, so the knuckles are still like fucking attached. Then he like jumps off and does some sort of fucking arm drag, and Gino goes fucking flying, which was like an arm drag, but I guess still in the knuckle lock, so like a fucking wrist throw type thing. But you know what I mean. And then fucking they do the fucking right little cool spot that was by Kerry, and then they can kind of guess what's coming now. They do it again, but this time Gino goes up and Kerry just walks away, and fucking Gino crotches himself on the top rope. Fucking brilliant spot. Gino selling on the bollocks was fucking phenomenal. Like it's probably fucking real because it looked pretty fucking sore, to be honest. But he's like outside the ring, running around holding his fucking knackers. Like it was so fucking, it was so funny. But such a good spot. I've never seen it before either. Pretty good little spot, to be fair. What else we got? Yeah, I've put Gino's great selling. They do a handshake where fucking Kerry squeezes his, well, Gino's fucking begging for a handshake. Kerry, you know, shakes it, squeezes it, puts it on the floor and stands on his fucking hand, you know. All Kerry's shining. Kerry misses a shoulder tackle into the corner, hits the post. That starts the heat. Yeah, it's a bit back and forth now. Back and forth, back and forth. The finish was pretty cool, different as well. You know, the old fucking $1 million man, like back elbow drop from the top. Like, yeah. Well, Gino does that, and it's the actual finish because he misses. So he like does it. He doesn't do the fucking like fucking flying back. Yeah, he doesn't do that. He literally just hits the. It looked pretty good, to be fair. Like Kerry just rolls out the way of it, and it's a pretty big bump to take for Gino, to be fair. And then Kerry just fucking rolls him up for the win. Like, but yeah, it was a really good match, to be honest. Really, really good. And I've not seen a whole lot of Gino. Like I've seen a bit, but I've not fucking like. It really has not been one that I've like studied. Like you know, but, the match itself was
Gino and Chris Adams are a fucking amazing team.
Yeah, that's generally what I've seen him from. Like that. So,
right. I'm in March '89.
Right.
World class, March '89 versus Gary Young with Skandar Akbar. The bulk of this is the finish. Like it's like the finish starts fucking right early in the match, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's typical fucking Texas finish, and there's fucking run-ins and all sorts of shit going on. It's like Dusty's booking on speed.
Right.
It's fucking. There's all kinds of shit going on. Eric Embry is the guest referee.
Right. Okay.
And this is like early in the Eric Embry and Skandar Akbar feud, which led to the end of World Class becoming USWA. So it's a proper good storytelling match. Like Embry being the baby face right early, fucking batters Akbar and fucking tells him to fuck off and keep his nose out. Gorgeous Gary jumps Kerry right early. And there's quite a lot of Gary Young early on, just fucking battering Kerry. And then all of a sudden, bosh, the claws on, pop. Kerry goes into, this is right good. So, you know when there's like a headlock on and then the one gets thrown into the referee?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Gary's got the headlock on, throws Kerry off, like right close to the referee, but just in time, Eric drops down, Kerry goes over him, and then fucking Gary goes after him and then gets fucking clobbered in the claw again.
All right.
Like, the time is impeccable. Like 0.3 of a second out, and Eric Embry would have had fucking Kerry Von Erich's head in his head. But it was fucking brilliant, like so fucking smooth to get it as good as they did. it's a bit of a back and forth match, but the long and short of it is Eric Embry is fucking over Gary Young because Gary Young is Akbar's thing. So like, there's really fast counts and fucking when Kerry's cheating, he's turning his back. All the same shit you see with the heel referees, but you know, like the babyface is doing it this time.
All right, okay, yeah.
So now the finish is going on, which, to be fair, I've written so much down here because it was a fucking bouting match. Right. Gary Young's in trouble now, right? He's getting the shit out of him. Akbar signals to the back. Out comes Cactus Jack. He's keeping a close eye on what's going on. So Cactus is with Akbar. All of a sudden, from the babyface side, Brickhouse Brown comes. Now the sides are even. Gary Young does this fucking amazing elbow drop. Like, I know it's only an elbow drop, but it's a fucking beautiful thing when it's done as well as that was done. Then Akbar does another little signal because Gary Young misses an elbow, so now he's fucking selling the shit. Fuck me, he's in trouble again. Does another little signal. Out comes the Botswana Beast, which is like Pound Shop Kamala.
Right.
So now there's like two villains and a babyface, isn't there, with Brickhouse Brown on the babyface team. Out the babyface dressing room comes Jimmy Jack Funk. Now the sides are even again, aren't they?
Right.
Fucking Eric Embry, the referee, sees Botswana Beast and Cactus, goes out the ring and starts fucking battering everybody. There's fucking fists flying and all sorts of shit going on. Akbar and Embry are fighting up the fucking ramp out a fire door. All of a sudden, a hand comes from the through the fire door. You just see a hand like pulling Embry. The fire door shuts. Down goes Akbar back to the ring again. Everyone else is in the ring now, and all fucking shit's flying. Chris Adams comes in with a chair, fucking spanking everybody. All the villains fuck off, and that's the end of that. You think, right? And it goes to adverts, and then comes back from the adverts, and it's just the baby faces in the ring who go now looking for Embry out the fire door. Out they go and bring back Embry, sort of fucking almost stretcher like, but they're all carrying him, and he's a bloody mess. You know, fucking there's blood and piss and snot and spunk all over his face. Typical fucking Texas finish, but fucking hell of a story. And I was proper like, fuck, who are we going to have next? Like, fucking, there's Botswana Beast. Fucking, there's Jimmy Jack Funk. I was proper like marking out. I was a right kid. But yeah, I like that. Yeah, good one. That's the reason Mad Dog doesn't like fucking World Class and USWA, because of them kind of finishes, but I fucking love them.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've got that fucking, you know, them USWA fucking tapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally.
And every match has got one of them in it.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because fucking I wasn't too familiar with USWA at the time, and I've probably not watched them. I've only watched them once or twice anyway, but I just remember watching them for the first time thinking, fucking hell, another finish like this. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wait, what you got now?
Right, my next one. Where are we? Right, here we are. He's finally Texas Tornado now. I haven't got the exact date or even the fucking year, to be fair, but I'm guessing 91. We've got a tag match with Mr. Perfect and Rick Rude against Kerry Von Erich and his fucking twin, the Ultimate Warrior. There we go. Yeah, so this right here
they've got to be two different people.
Well, yeah. This is the match that confirmed it. But so right, there was a funny like situation later that I'll explain. But so where are we here? It's a bit of a quick start. Fucking Perfect. Fucking selling is incredible, isn't it? Like his fucking crazy. So that they start by Perfect fucking running over to Kerry, and fucking Kerry switches it in the corner, and then fucking lights him up, fucking nails him with one of Kerry's fucking punches. Perfect, literally in the fucking corner, flies over the top fucking rope from a punch. It looks fucking brilliant. He's in there, and then fucking Rude's about to come in and save the day. So as fucking Perfect's climbing up the fucking ropes to get back in the ring, as he's pulling on the top rope, Rude gets thrown over the fucking top rope, the one that Perfect's pulling down to get back in. Which the timing was brilliant on it. Then Perfect's finally brought in the hard way. Then as he's brought in the hard way, he feeds to the ropes that Rude came in on. Fucking Kerry just gives him a clothesline and fucking flies over the other top rope. Like fucking, he's flying all over the place. Perfect here in the early going. And then, oh yeah, that's a pretty cool spot as well. So once Perfect ends up outside the ring again, Rude's there. Rude's back round there, fucking chatting away, having a bit of a fucking meeting, you know, regrouping. And then fucking Warrior comes in, but like instead of going out to where Rude and Perfect is, he just goes through the fucking top and middle rope as he's still in the ring and gives him a noggin knocker from there. So it's like he's not even gone round. He's just fucking in there, which is pretty cool. Where are we now? Oh yeah, the cut off it's kind of, yeah, so it's quite funny because Warrior's not done a lot. And the funny thing is, right, you know, in a fucking match, you get like sometimes you get a single heat, sometimes you get a double heat, but like there's a double heat in this match, but fucking Kerry takes both. So it's like so, so they're like, we're not even going to let Warrior take any heat or anything. He could just come in for the fucking grand finale. We'll give Kerry a bit of heat. He can fucking get a warm tag on Warrior, but fucking make sure Kerry's back in for the next heat as well. So so he takes a little heat and then he takes a bigger heat later on. Fucking, where are we? Hang on. Oh yeah, for the hot tag, fucking brilliant. Rude, like I think Kerry gets whipped off the ropes. Rude goes down for like a back body drop. Now Kerry could have easily just fucking run and like, you know, leaped over him or whatever and fucking tagged Warrior in. But fuck me. He's running. Rude goes down for the backdrop. And Kerry literally, like a fucking ninja, just fucking leaps over him and does a roll as he lands and fucking tags. It looks spectacular. Fucking Kerry, yeah, he was fucking like Superman. Finally tags Warrior in. Hang on. Oh yeah, tags Warrior in and fucking the finish is a Warrior finish basically. Boom, 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 fucking big splash for the finish, and then that's it. 1, 2, 3. But it was a very good match though. It was like a lot better than I thought. Like I chose this match because not because I thought it was going to be great, but I just, you know, the 4 fucking characters you got in there, it'll be quite a spectacle. But
Yeah.
it was actually decent though. It was actually, I enjoyed it. Maybe I don't know, like I say, Warrior wasn't really involved for like any of it, but they all.
It's probably for the best, isn't it?
You what? Sorry.
It's probably for the best, isn't it?
Oh yeah. But like he seemed to like know what was going on, and he didn't do a lot, but like he done what he needed to do and stuff. It was a simple match, but a very good match anyway. Very, very enjoyable. So yeah.
Sweet.
There we go.
I'm in the WWF now as well. MSG, October 91. I went for a bit of a different one versus Big Bully Busick.
All right. Okay.
There's no Harvey Whippleman. Gorilla, Bobby, and Lord Alfred Hayes doing the commentary. Of the 4 matches that I watched, this one is the most sort of mishmash. Like it didn't seem like they gelled very well. You know what I mean? They were just a bit fucking lost in places. I like both of them. Like fucking Nick Busick was like, I think he started in Florida to be fair, and he did like a Russian gimmick, and I you know, I watched him a lot there, and you know, I like them both, but this just wasn't the best for either one of them. This is the one I wrote least about as well.
Okay.
It's the same sort of thing. Middle rope catch with a claw, fucking cut off. Kerry misses her shoulders to the post at one point, which causes the heat. Oh, something that I hadn't seen in other Kerry matches. You know the discus punch that Kerry likes so much.
Yeah.
Fucking old Big Bully blocked it. Have that.
All
Fucking
right.
blocking the discus punch. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Big ass bear hug. Because Kerry was just caught off guard, like, you know, it seemed like Bully thought, "Fuck me, I'll just grab a bear hug because it's the only way of stopping the fucker from running around like a maniac." You know what I mean? Like, so he just fucking clamps him in this thing. So then we're a little bit of heat again. The crowd were really quiet all the way through, but that might be because of the position that the match was in.
Right. Yeah.
Because that Bully dude was never very high on the card, was he?
No.
So, you know, I don't know. Bully with the sleeper, fights out of it, fucking discus punch home. And I've just not really gelled with each other, which is just how it seemed. It just seemed like, I mean, it's not shit. Don't get me wrong. It's not shit by any stretch of the imagination. But it wasn't your fucking top of the bill Kerry Von Erich match.
Right. Yeah.
Right, your last?
My last one is um, it's from Japan, and it's the 14th of July, 92, and it's for, is it War, the company?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's their debut show. Now, I'm not sure if he was still a part of WWF here, because apparently I was reading the comments on the video, and I don't know if they could use some guys there or something. I don't know what the deal was. So, I mean, you said he's till 92, weren't he?
Yeah.
So, and this was 92, so I don't know if he'd left or not, but it was against Haku. So,
Oh, well, maybe then. It might have been a joint venture.
But anyway, yeah. It's a slow start. Kerry shine, fucking Haku powders. The Japanese fans are a bit funny, aren't they? Like they're a bit, you know, the way they respond to certain things and that. Because like there's a point in it where you see, like Haku's kind of the heel, but the fans don't really fucking care. And Haku, I guess, is quite over in Japan. So yeah. So even though he's probably meant to be the heel, I think they just appreciate him and probably not treating him as a heel. But there's a point where Kerry's reversing the wrist lock that Haku's got on him, and Haku does the whole spot, you know, where it looks like Kerry's getting control, then Haku will just grab him by the hair and pull him to the mat and put him on the mat. And the fans started to cheer that. They were like quite happy about that situation. So obviously,
Right,
you know,
so Hako can't put a foot wrong then.
well, yeah, basically, yeah. They're but you know, like he was fucking big in Japan, weren't he? Like they'll love him over there. So
He was the sumo wrestler as well, wasn't he?
yeah, yeah. So what else we got here? Oh yeah, he goes for a claw. Fucking Kerry Von Erich goes for the claw. Fucking Haku blocks it, and the fucking crowd go wild. Never heard a fucking Japanese fucking crowd that loud just for him blocking blocking the claw. So yeah, it's a bit back and forth, and there's a few sleepers exchanged as well, like you were saying earlier with his fucking more than two as well. I think they both must have had two or three sleepers each on. Like they went back and forth on that spot. The finish was fucking brilliant. Like the finish out of the four matches, this is probably the weakest one out of the four, I'd have said, but it was still decent. It was still okay. But the finish was great. Fucking Haku's standing on the apron, like outside the ring. Fucking Kerry's in the ring. Kerry picks him up as if he's going to slam him. You know what I mean? So he's like kind of like a suplex slam, kind of bringing Haku in the ring. But as he's slamming him, Haku just rolls over and turns it into like a small package for the win. So Haku goes over clean. But yeah, brilliant finish actually. But yeah, yeah, it's a great finish.
Do
Okay.
you think it was the weaker of the four because it was a Japanese style match rather than an American one? Because Haku and Texas Tornado in fucking Poughkeepsie, New York, would probably have been banging.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. Because like I say, it's the weaker one of the four, but I still enjoyed it. Like it was still a match that I enjoyed. I don't know because like I can't put it down to it being because it was a bit slow and a bit stoppy starty. But saying that, so was the fucking first one with Harley Race, and I love that one. So I
Yeah,
don't put it down to that. Maybe the crowd had the crowd like reactions and stuff was a bit weird, so maybe that had a bit of a influence on it. But I don't know. I guess the other three were fucking really enjoyable, really. Like,
yeah.
so
The
I
other
think,
three are that good that even the fucking great match is still pretty shitty when you're having a good Harley Race match, isn't it?
yeah, that's true. But no, they're all decent though. So,
My last was apparently his last recorded match.
all right,
So it said on the YouTube. Anyway, I didn't get a name of a promotion or anything. 23rd of January '93 versus Salvatore Bellomo. There's two versions of this on YouTube from two different camera angles, sort of thing. But one was edited to fuck, so I watched it again in the longer version.
oh, okay,
And it starts with woman, woman, Nancy Sullivan,
yeah,
Benoit. She's in the ring saying that her wrestler couldn't be there. So she's got a replacement, which she calls the woman's choice.
right,
Now, this man comes out in a mask. Now, this man in a mask has got tassels on his boots, is jacked to fuck, and got a white jacket with Kerry written on the back of it. So, who possibly could this be, right?
the fucking
Uh,
Virgil, couldn't it?
it could be quite literally, it could be fucking giant A stacks. You know what I mean? It could literally be anyone. So this mysterious masked man gets in the ring then to the applause of the crowd and people going, Kerry, Kerry, right? And she's going, this mysterious masked man is here to, defend my honor and yada yada. And that he was a last minute substitute for whoever the fuck, I couldn't quite make out. It was only like a camcorder jobby. Kerry takes the mask off to a ripple of applause because every fucker knew what his face was going to look like. Salvatore Bellomo is selling the shit out of it, like, no, it's not. I can't fucking hell, it's Kerry Von Erich. It's brilliant. Kerry Von Erich's got, Salvatore Bellomo's got a manager with him who is, he looks just like a fucking, a B-Tech Grand Wizard. He's like a slim, young Grand Wizard with the fucking thing that he had on his head,
Yeah,
like half turban, fucking kind of gimmick. I don't know what it was, but yeah, it was just like the Grand Wizard. There's not a lot to the match itself, to be fair. Kerry right off. Oh, Sal jumps him. Kerry with a discus punch. Out goes Sal. On the first video, they didn't show the thing with the woman. So I've actually written here, there's a woman here. Is it Sherry? But then when I watched the second video, she only saw the back of her on the one video. Kerry threw the corner into the post, which he likes to do. I've seen that on a few. Very punchy heat. The sleeper thing. I put sales manager looks like a power shop Grand Wizard. Really fucking hot crowd. I don't know where it is or what it is. It's only like a small venue, but it's fucking, they're red hot. He fires back out the sleeper. Then he's in another one. Kerry's looking like he's fucking dead. The Wizard's well happy. He reverses the sleeper. Bellomo with a jawbreaker. Bellomo up to the middle. Bear in mind, you know Sal Bellomo that we watch on the fucking MSG fucking house shows.
right.
That's sort of young and sprightly. At this point, he's got long hair, a big beard, and is about fucking 350 pounds. But up to the middle he goes. Off he comes, met with a claw, obviously. Sal fights out the claw, fights to the ropes, discus punch, knocks him out, pin, done. I thought, right, pins him. There's a foot on the ropes. Somehow, up gets Sal, picks him up. Boom! They both go out the ring. Right. There's a fucking big brawl, double count out. Now, I'm not sure why possibly would Kerry not go over Salvatore Bellomo, or whether that thing with the discus punch and the knockout was a fuck up, and the referee called it because there was just sort of accidentally a foot under the rope. Really wouldn't have made a fucking blind bit of difference. But that, in my opinion, the fucking discus punch, like Sal just went down like he was fucking knocked out. You know, it looked to me like that's me done.
Yeah.
But no, double count out. Proper shocked me. Good match though. Good match. I like Salvatore Bellomo.
Yeah.
Always very reliable. You know, big over here and lived in Belgium, I think, the last couple of years of his life.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Kerry Von Erich, winner.
Yeah.
Wednesday, it's your pick of Stampede. And in fairness, much as I pick on Bret Hart, I've had a look through Stampede, like looking at an episode to watch, and every fucker's been there, haven't they?
I was going to say that. In fact, fucking everyone, like, not even exaggeration. I think every fucking worker during that period was there at one point. Like, you know, every fucker was there. So even if just for a little while, but they've had fucking everyone. So
yeah, they passed through for a bit, haven't they? And a lot of them sort of made their name there, really, or went directly from there to Vince.
Oh yeah,
where they got, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not as bad as I make out, to be honest. So yeah, that's a good one on Wednesday, and Friday is the Rougeau brothers. Bosh. It's been a long one, this fucking 48 minutes. I don't know if there's going to be room on my phone, so I'm going to go now. In the interest it'll fit. See everybody Wednesday.